Hey everybody, Andy from Tennis Euphoria, bringing you a review of the Wilson Pro Staff X. So this is a new version of the Pro Staff that can be found in the V14 2023 lineups. The X is still a Pro Staff in many respects, similar beam. You've got all of the technologies that you'll find in the V14 97-inch square inch brothers. So you do have the braided technology, the similar flexing. You also have a similar RAs. You have that Pro Staff sort of crisp and solid feel. You also have obviously the 45 construction too. So the only real difference here, if you were to compare this to the standard 97, is that you've got a bigger head size at 100 square inches. What should that do? That could open up more power. It should open up the sweet spot and make it a bit more forgiving. Here's the specs. As I say, the only noticeable difference here compared to the 97 is that 100 square inch head. So how does it play? I suppose starting with the positive side of this review, the angle on that, is that this is still Pro Staff in its feel, and you can access that Pro Staff crisp, solid, quite precise feeling frame now with 100 square inches. So that's a really good thing. That bigger head size hasn't altered the sort of feeling characteristics. I think you get a bit more stability from the 97 square inch frame, which would make sense because we've got a similar mass. I think that it is more forgiving than the 97. So again, that's a really good thing if we're thinking about it in those terms. We have here a more accessible Pro Staff for sure. Someone said to me that this is the Pro Staff that club players should actually use. And I think there's some credibility in that notion. Most club players and intermediate players, and I suppose low-level advanced players, will probably play better with this frame compared to playing with the 97 square inch version, because it is a bit more forgiving. I actually think it's a bit quicker through the air. It feels quite whippy, so you have a larger sweet spot. What brings me on, I suppose, to the downside of this review is, I suppose I always look at things from a sort of racket category point of view. I look to identify, where they're sitting in the market. And of course, I've got one eye on that, on, should these rackets, when I review them, be recommended to people in shortlist when I'm identifying categories and custom matching the best racket for people in the service that I offer there. And that's where I struggle a bit with this Pro Staff X. You'll probably notice from some of these more recent clips, I'm hitting the net a fair bit. And I am someone who is suited to a 100 square inch frame, 16x19 pattern, which offers a little bit of insurance over the net, good spin potential, and whilst this has more access to spin than the 97, I think if you were to compare the forgiveness, the launch angle, and the spin potential to other 100 square inch 16x19 frames, then if you're comparing it in performance terms and suitability to those, then it isn't as strong. So I think you've got to be honest with yourself if you're considering this frame. If you're someone who requires a 100 square inch frame, a 16x19 pattern, then I honestly think you will play better with other frames. So it does come down to, do you really want that Pro Staff paint job and that Pro Staff feel? If you do, and you want to see a bit of an improvement on your 97's game, percentage play, a bit more forgiveness, then it's a good option. If you're in that category of 100 square inches 16x19 pattern and you're looking for something that is, I don't know, sort of a crisper end feel, then I think there's other options out there. Even with regards to, Wilson's own, collection of frames available at the moment, I think you would probably play better if you're suited to this category with an Ultra, and certainly the Blade 100 version 8, weighted up a little bit, I think would give you more spin, actually a better sweet spot, more rounded head shape, so it's more optimized for people who are hitting in that space. So sort of proceed with caution, and I certainly found that if I compare it with some drills that I tend to do, this drill is pretty neat. You take your slinger out, put it in the corner, try and hit your kick serves to come up over the slinger. I definitely get more kick, more spin from other 100 square inch frames. I also felt that I could get more slice as well on serves. So mixed. It does what it's intended to do really well, but I think be honest with yourself as to what you're looking for if you're considering this frame. Hope that helps. Plenty more reviews coming up. Please like and subscribe to the channel, as that helps me make some more.